waiting पे.
Hello. Hello. Sir, can you hear
Okay,
हाँ
me?
जी,
guys, we will online. I think.
let's start.
So let's start. Apurva.
Yeah, we are live. Hi,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Apurva Shrivastava. I'm your host today on YuvaManthan. So we have here Rajiv sir, who is a life coach, and let me introduce you first on YuvaManthan. YuvaManthan is a space where young minds difficult to choose their path in career, passion, love matters. So we are here to guide you in that. We have Rajiv sir, and I would like Rajiv sir.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Okay, so well, everyone is fine. I hope so. And as this is the Valentine's week, so I want to bring this topic, love topic, for you guys to solve your queries and to not clear for you. The troubles you go through teens and being an adult also, what path to choose. So Rajiv, on your queries, we are live. Just go on, shoot away whatever you want to ask. Why don't you tell us something about yourself?
Hey, hi, Apurva, and thank you for introducing me at first. Well, first of all, many congratulations to YuvaManthan team for organizing this event, and thank you for inviting me to take this session on Valentine's Week. I'm Rajiv Doulagupu, and I am a freelance trainer, behavioral trainer, and a life coach by passion. And I have a total of 11 years of experience in my chosen career. So I've been asked to give a session on how to express yourself and your loved ones, and secondly, on how to handle rejections in life. Right, the two topics are very broad, and I will be taking you guys step by step in all these aspects of life.
So, as
So
you said,
yes,
you
Apurva,
have experience. So, as you said, you have 11 years of experience. So,
yes.
let's begin with what inspired you to be a life coach and how you got and
Okay,
how you took that path to be a life coach instead of all the
all right.
stereotypical paths we have. So, tell
Okay,
us something
okay.
about that.
So each whatever career you choose, there is a there has to be a purpose behind it, right? And I started my career as a salesperson, door-to-door salesman, right? After graduation, वो होता है ना, after graduation you want to
Yeah,
take
you
a
have to do
break,
something.
right? You want to take a
Mm,
break and you want to understand
mm,
about your life, where you stand. And I was a very introvert kind of a person, right? Back then I didn't even know what it used to call, right? And after graduation I was very confused, and I thought, like, kuch to karna parega to come out of this confusion. And I thought, why not pick sales job as a means to come out of my fear, come out of the fear of socializing.
face the thing you
Yes, yes,
afraid
Apurva.
of
Yes,
most.
yes. So what happened gradually when I started this job, I came to know, I understood that, I can come out of my shell, I can come out of my cocoon and become a much more confident person and a more successful person. So the next
I
change
was
I got,
confident.
yes, the next change I got was in Wipro. So, and I started working for a technical process, with no technical background, but I was confident I could handle it. And it was a BP, of course, but it was a technical process. I started there, and in the meantime, I kept studying. I completed my human resource management PGDM, and I completed that course, and I already started working by then. But then I thought, like, I'm not a human resource kind of a guy, like, sitting at one place and just do the payroll and understand about how to manage the human resources. Then I thought, like, how would the career of life coaching would be, right? Life coaching is definitely related with, like, how a coach does to the sports person. It facilitates, it adds values to the person. It adds value to the people, and I was very excited by the thought of it. So I got my certification done in life coach, and it's not a difficult course, but you need to be passionate about people at the very first place. And after that, I was also working with different clients, and one of my clients, you guys might be knowing, your dost is one of the emotional platform, emotional wellness platform, where you guys can go meet different coaches, career coaches, psychologists, psychotherapists are there. I was one of the life coaches there. So that's how my journey started. And parallelly, I, like I've mentioned, I also work as a freelance trainer, and I'm into retail and as well as behavioral training. So in a nutshell, that's how my life has been till now. 11 years. It has been a journey of learning and experience sharing, and definitely I'll be really glad if I can do the same to you guys today. Right? Yes, Apurva.
Okay. Okay, so as I've said earlier, this is a Valentine's week. We have so many questions related to love matter. So
Yeah,
let's discuss that. Um,
sure.
some of your love stories.
Apurva, you're not audible. I'm not able to hear you.
I'm saying some of your life experiences you can share with us. You must have also gone through ups and downs, hurdles, might have
All right.
troubles and all.
Right,
Can you
right.
share something about it?
Wonderful, wonderful. I'll do that. I'll do that. See, ever since like a few days back when you guys contacted me, like it felt like a nostalgia. I went back to my uh, good old days, right? To start with, I am turning 34 this year, and like, I was, I think, at the age of 15 or 14, something like that, and that was the first time I had my first crush on this girl, right? We were in school, and interestingly, after almost 1.5 years of uh, not being able to express myself, when I finally thought of expressing myself on Valentine's week, it was kind of a dilemma because I was rejected back then. The point, it was a bittersweet experience, but you know those feelings are special because I definitely, many of you would agree and relate to it. Like, your first crush is very special, and that is when
Yeah, of course. That stays forever
that
in your
stays
mind.
forever. Absolutely, that stays forever. And from that experience, you can either learn to grow, or
Yeah.
you can perhaps, if you don't learn, you can stuck in the past forever, or maybe some good years to come by,
Yeah.
right? So it is very
You can
important.
shut yourself.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So it is very important for us to understand first what's happening to us, to look at the situation the way it is, and to grow from it, rather than just, it would have been beautiful if that could have converted into a positive response. But life is like that. You never understand life fully, why it is happening, what it does to you, and how you can grow from life, right? And how you can grow from that particular experience, be it crush, be it anything, right, Apurva? So,
Yeah, yeah.
hello.
Yeah, hello, I can hear you.
Yes, yes. So that's how it started. Like, after that, many ups and downs, because
You overcome all that and
yeah.
gained experience of life.
Now what it does is it gives you a very when you go through it, ऐसा लगता है कि life रुक गया है, ऐसा लगता है कि you are rejected, you don't feel good about yourself, you start asking questions कि
Yeah, you question yourself, you lose all the
exactly, exactly.
confidence.
Yes, and you start questioning that, am I not good enough? Right? Am I
Yeah,
not good enough? And you get confused so much. You feel that, oh no, my life is over. You know, so many
everything
people.
is
Yeah, so many
everything
people,
is
so
over,
many,
nothing.
yeah, youngsters. They come to me, and when I'm coaching them, they ask me like, Rajiv, I don't know what to do. Like, I thought this is it. This is my life. This is my one and only relationship. Now I see the person doesn't feel for me, doesn't love me the way I do. But the question is, life doesn't stop there. And same thing happened for me as well. Life didn't stop. You need to start. You know, you need to keep walking, as Les Brown keeps on saying, that when you fall, you don't stay there, right? You don't stay there. You get up, and if you don't get up, you stay there forever. But who does that? If you fall, you are bound to come back. You're bound to get back up, and so does life. So what happened after that? I thought, like, interestingly, my studies went up after that, heartbreak.
Okay,
And
okay.
yeah, interestingly, I asked myself, like, what I want is, because one thing you guys need to understand, that love or relationship is a part of life. Love and relationship is not life in itself, right? Love, the relationship, which the people you meet, they are part of your life, and you need to understand that these are all like well planned, nothing coincidence, and these are the experiences, small small experiences from where you can grow, rather than आप उसी में
Yeah,
उलझ कर रह जाओ, rather than उसी में आप ये समझो कि लाइफ खत्म है, मैं आगे नहीं बढ़ सकता, मैं कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा. So what
that
after that it's not. And also, secondly, life is not just about one relationship, right? What I'm saying is, you meet people, you meet so many people day in day out, and when you say that, when you say to yourself that, I can explore more, I can discover more, I can meet more people, that's when you understand that life always keeps on moving. And that's the beauty of relationships, you can always discover more. Yes, Apurva?
yeah, yeah. So your first rejection made you grow.
Yes, yes,
Great.
absolutely,
But
and
yeah,
absolutely.
this thing I have always come across, like, how to identify between is this love or this rejection? How much energy am I supposed to put it in? I mean, am I not getting distracted from the path I'm supposed to choose? Like, some kind of confusion, that is it really love? Am I sure this is love? This kind of confusion, how to get clear of this?
Hmm.
Yeah, this rejection, this is to be discarded, this is to be kept, this kind of thing.
Now, something very interesting, and in psychology, it is a very very interesting topic, right? When does love happens? When does it germinates? Um, does it start from your mind? Does it start from your heart? ये दिल से शुरू होता है या फिर दिमाग से, right? And the very question itself, how do you you know differentiate between whether I just like the person or love the person, right? Now, if you guys, whoever, right, whoever are there at this moment with us, if you ask yourself, when you fall for someone, जब आपको पहली बार लगता है कि, what, I feel so strong about this person, I feel that, शायद यही है मेरे लाइफ में. Now, if you stop a little bit, if you pause for a while and ask, yourself कि ठीक है, the love, the first step to reach love or starting a relationship, it goes through likeness. यू नो मे बी कुछ चीज आपका उनके बारे में आपको पसंद है उनको, या फिर लाइक यू like the way the person talks, the speaks, and the kind of mindset you guys share, the kind of hobbies you
Yeah,
share,
whatever attributes attract you.
attributes, whatever they are. Now, when love, when the cupid strikes, you also start imagining, you also start daydreaming, like काश मतलब शायद ऐसा हो, right? You start to visualize yourself with the person, and you start वो होता है ना एक in imagination you start visualizing, you start so many things. And important thing is now, one of the most important thing or aspect here is the expectation, right? You start developing an expectation in your mind, ठीक है, कि मुझे ये इंसान बहुत पसंद लग रहा है, क्यों लग रहा है, you don't know, you want to figure it out, but at the same time you're also creating an expectation. So when I say expectation, it's a very tricky situation, because when you start expressing yourself to the person, और आपको बाद में अगर पता चला, uh, and unfortunately if the person doesn't reciprocate in the same manner, तो आपका expectation break हो गया, and because of that you start feeling जो मैंने आगे में बताया था कि you don't,
Yeah, everything is over.
yes, you
Nothing,
start
nothing
feeling
more
कि
to live.
हाँ, exactly, you start feeling कि क्या हो रहा है, am I not good enough, am I, why this person doesn't reciprocate my love. Now, very simple and sweet is, the problem is yours, isn't it?
You are over
आपको प्यार हुआ,
expecting, might be. Yeah.
yes, you started expecting, you started raising the level of
Yeah,
expectation.
imagination, fantasy in your mind only. I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
you were
So
not interacting with the person with the same level you are in your mind.
absolutely, absolutely. So going back to my life, when I had my first crush, I did the same.
Yeah.
I started visualizing, the person glances at me, maybe she likes me, because we used to talk when we would pass on the way, like hi, hello, and I would thought, oh wow, मुझे hi किया आज, मुझे hello किया, like we shook hands that day, because वो time में in 1998 shaking hands was also a beautiful thing, right? And in fact, maybe even now love stays like same as usual. So I started visualizing कि शायद ऐसा हो, the person also maybe she likes me. And that's where your question comes, Apurva, ki there has to be a difference between liking and loving. You need to understand, and that can only come when you start expressing, but without expectations. Expectations needs to be in check, right, Apurva? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Next to be in check. So, you guys hearing? You need to keep your expectations in check before propose. I mean, if you are proposing, just propose with an open heart. Expect yeah, he or she will accept.
Absolutely,
Don't
absolutely,
expect anything.
yes.
Just open your heart. That's it. That is the way you guys will connect. So
Now,
what will you
Apurva,
propose?
in that context, I would also like to add one more thing. Um, First of all, you need to understand what message you want to convey, right? Is it have you
Yeah.
fallen in love already, or is it that you want to understand whether,
Playing fun. Yeah, yeah.
yes, whether you want to express whether you like the person. So you need to be sure that what you want to express at the first place. First question one needs to ask is, what's the message that I want the other person to learn. आप उस इंसान को क्या जताना चाहते हैं, वो आपको पहले समझना पड़ेगा. और
Yeah,
therefore
you
I,
should not.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
and therefore I believe self awareness बहुत जरूरी है. बिकॉज अगर आप सेल्फ अवेयर ही नहीं हो, अगर आपको खुद मालूम नहीं है कि आप क्या बताना चाहते हो, आप क्या जताना चाहते हो, देन डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी सो मेनी एलिमेंट्स ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशन, मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग विथ योर सेल्फ. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको अपने बारे में समझना है कि आप बोलना क्या चाहते हो, आपके मन में है क्या, राइट?
Yeah,
एंड
you need to analyze.
Yes, self analysis is very very important, very very important. And क्या क्या होता है ना, for our friends who are present here, so many of you might be already, like, you're expert in expressing yourself, for those who are extroverts, right? For those who are extroverts, and but लेकिन उन लोग के लिए क्या, जो थोड़े introverts है, उन लोगों के बारे में क्या, जो थोड़े ambivalent है, ambivalent मतलब those who either wanted,
बीच के
हाँ,
या
मतलब those who want to express their emotions but they are not sure कि अगर मैं बता दूं, ifs and buts, अगर मैं बता दूं, क्या वो इंसान मुझे जज करेंगे, क्या मैं अपने फीलिंग्स को सही तरीके से प्रोजेक्ट कर पाऊंगा या नहीं, सो दोस थिंग्स। सो उसके लिए मैं बोलूंगा कि इफ यू गाइस कैन practice, right, it's not mechanical practice. It's like, first of all, you need to understand आप क्या बोलना चाहते हो and how to express it in a very beautiful and clear cut manner. Okay, Apur. Yes.
and one big thing,
Yes.
this friend zoning, guys friend zone girls, okay,
Huh.
they treat them as just friend zone guys, okay, you are just my brother, or you are just my best friend, we hang out, we do everything, but you're just my friend. So
Yeah.
how to handle it, and if fallen in it, how to break out of it, all these questions, big thing nowadays, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
So
not
how to
nowadays.
deal with this thing, this is very important.
Yeah, not just nowadays, like, friend zoned or bro zoned, so all these things. But see, it's not a different thing. What we have been discussing till now, what we have been, what I have been citing. If, see, for example, if I am expressing myself to someone, if, say, I like someone or I love someone, and I want, and I'm expressing that person, right? And somehow that person doesn't reciprocate in the same manner, and the person is comfortable, more comfortable me being friends with her or him, right? So one needs to understand, if you are pushing yourself harder rather than understanding the person, first and foremost thing is आपको उस इंसान को समझना चाहिए। अगर आप वो इंसान ने आपको ऑलरेडी अच्छा दोस्त सिर्फ समझा है, then respect that space, because so many people come and, like, ask, sir, or Rajiv, just tell us how to impress that person. I just don't want to be friends with them or friends with the person. I want to be their, his or her
More,
partner. Okay.
yeah.
Now the question is, why are you pushing yourself? If the person falls in love
Yeah,
with
why
you,
are you
great.
trying to achieve that person? I mean,
Exactly. It's not a thing, all right? It's a person, it's an individual, it's an individual choice. It's, and therefore we need to respect that space as well. So you know these are terms, I understand, these are contemporary terms, like friend zone, bro zone, but the thing is, it comes with not understanding the and respecting the personal space. If the person likes you or loves you, they will reciprocate. If not, there is no point in pushing yourself so much to the person.
yeah, this will just trouble you, hurt you.
Absolutely. Yes, Apurva.
Yeah, and one more thing, like, this nowadays fall so much in love.
Yeah.
Okay, they sometimes they sidetrack their career, or being in a relationship. Just imagine any relationship, and they are in love, but at some point they are sidetracking their love partner for their career. So sidetracking one thing for the other,
Mhm.
or
So
this thing, how to deal with maintaining balance.
okay, so you're asking that where, how, like, rather than sacrificing your love and
Yeah,
relationship, how
yeah,
to balance your career with
why not
relationship?
to, why we had to sideline anything?
Ah,
Can't
um,
we just take with the same, that thing?
now that's a very subjective question, I would say, because now I'm a married guy. All right. Now the thing is, we have been in living relationship for so long, right? At the very first place, and in our northeast, the culture is so that the people are very accommodating. The people are very expressive, families also know, so they're accommodating. Now, coming back to your question, like, if do I need to sacrifice my career for my relationship, the answer is, for me, the answer is absolutely no. Why? Because it can go both hand in hand. Now, I also understand it might not be practical for few people. All right. Now at the same time, how it is practical and how it is not practical. Now, you need to understand that the relationship has to be on equality, right? Now, if that point is true, then the person, either him or her, has to support the other half or the partner. So, if the person is supporting, then the question of sacrifice doesn't arise. Yes, there might be situation where one needs to uh, adjust or compromise for some time.
Adjust bit more. Yeah.
Yes, adjust with the time, or but if the person, see, for example, I work as a freelancer, all right, and I don't work for the whole month, or it might be like, I'm working for the whole month and more, or but my better half, she works for NGO, she is handling 4 5 states, so she is constantly traveling. Now the thing is, there has to be a balance where two people, where they are when they are in love, they need to understand their priorities, because I understand, as an individual, the individual priorities has to come above, but at the same time not without the support of love. So there has to be a balance. It's very subjective, Apurva. It's very, very subjective.
Okay, so I got this one question.
Yeah.
After some time, they are planning to, convert this into settle down, convert this into a successful marriage. So you know how to convert this love into a successful marriage. I mean, they are very much feel family, relatives, some of, within that abhi to acha hai par baad mein kya hoga, this kind of how to convert it into a successful marriage. Something you can say.
All right. All right. um so, Abdullah, it's a very again, it's a very step by step gradual process. When you know that you love a person, right? Loving a person and settling down with a person is a bit different, but it did not be different at all. uh, See, how much you're committed to the relationship, it is very, very important. If you know that things are going to work, that's fine, but now the term successful marriage is a very tricky. Marriage is a constant, ये डे इन डे आउट का एक वो है, जद्दोजहद है, जो हम लोग वर्ड यूज करते हैं, इट्स नॉट a rosy picture at all. There will be frictions, there will be, arguments, there will be love in between, there will, and most of all, if the marriage has to be successful, there has to be understanding. But at this point, Abdullah, commitment बहुत important है. मतलब अगर आपको पता है कि यस, ये इंसान ही है जिसके साथ मैं अपना लाइफ बिताना चाहता हूँ फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ, देन द पर्सन हैज ऑल्सो, she also needs to feel the same. And if you guys are strong enough, then is an institution. For me, marriage is an institution. It's not it's not something, an obligation. All right, because with changing times, with changing norms, I'm also trying to give you that perspective that marriage is an institution, but at the same time, it's just a start. मैरिज वो हम लोग जो स्टोरी पढ़ते थे ना, कि राजा रानी शादी होने के बाद अब दे लिव देयर लाइफ ब्यूटीफुली देयर आफ्टर, ऐसा नहीं है.
Life forever.
ये
Yeah.
स्टार्ट होता है वहां से. फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग, अब्दुल्ला, इज योर कमिटमेंट. इफ यू गाइज आर कमिटेड, यू विल नो इवेंचुअली कि आप उनके साथ सेटल डाउन होना पसंद करोगे कि नहीं. सो इट्स नॉट ए एब्सोल्यूट थिंग, राइट? इट्स वेरी, it's a very gradual process. Yes, Apurva. Yeah.
How to deal with this orthodox society? I mean, like parents, relatives, ये क्या कहेंगे, वो क्या कहेंगे. These all things are also at one point with this. How to, agree parents for this, how to convince them, these kind of things.
two things are there. In Indian context, it is very, very important and valued stakeholders. Those are our parents, and secondly, society. So it's a very the feeling will be many folds. बहुत ही अच्छा लगेगा और लगता है जब हम जिसको चाहते हैं वो हमारे पेरेंट्स भी उन्हें पसंद करें, राइट? That's what we want. Youngsters, I have seen that they don't want to go against their family. they want to keep their families सब together रहे, लेकिन क्या हो जब अपने पेरेंट्स ही हमें ना समझे? First and foremost thing is it's the communication is very, very important. If you guys can make them understand your point of view. क्या होता है ना, हम लोग अपना point रखते रखते we become defensive at times, right? But during this defensiveness आप अपना जंग भी हार जाते हो, like. But what about that person? First thing is understand how much you're committed for this relationship. If you're committed, then ask yourself whether you will be able to communicate the same with your parents. Now, if you ask me, uh, लोग तो कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना, right? Now, I as a person, I have always second the thought of what others might be thinking, right? It might not be applicable for all the society. I understand that, but if you're committed and if you feel that life is only one, and if you feel that that relationship, that person आपको और क्या बोलते हैं, आपको और कम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं, आपको और कंप्लीट करते हैं, राइट? देन गो फॉर इट.
Yeah.
If you understand, because you know आपके आपके पेरेंट्स एट द एंड ऑफ द डे समझेंगे या ना ना समझेंगे ये आपके ऊपर है, लेकिन how much you're committed to it, it's your call, what you want to do with the relationship. But at the very first place, if you're not sure about the relationship yourself, then there is no point in fighting or raising a voice or making a communication. First you need to be committed.
Okay. So relating in this context only, suggestions or guidelines for the parents or guardians who have this orthodox mentality, something to make broad.
Apurva, you're asking like what can be
Yeah,
said
yeah.
for the orthodox family?
What's your say? What is your say on making guardians on or parents having orthodox? They
Apurva, not your
uh,
voice is cracking. Your voice is cracking. Okay, can you ask the question once again?
yeah, for guardians or
Huh,
adults,
huh,
for them,
yeah.
what would you suggest that how to get rid of orthodox mentality? They what the mentality they possess they have been going through, how to get rid of it for them
It's
living
it's
with this
it's
belief.
it's a very difficult thing to even ask. Well, what's happening here is psychologically, it's a sensitization process. The way you are brought up. I understand their point as well, because you know uh, those
Yeah,
who have a very rigid attitude, and these days so many communal elements. I would not name them, of course, but at the same time, during this Valentine's week, although it's a symbolism, understand, but it's a beautiful thing to celebrate, right? There's no it's not a crime, but so many orthodox parties are there, orthodox groups are there who are against it, and so are the families. Now they need to look at themselves, they need to ask whether this is the kind of society they want, bereft of love, bereft of understanding. Because what is I read in the newspapers day in day out, there are so many killings in the name of honor, right? They need to ask where this orthodoxy and where this rigidity is leading us, right? If we are the future, if you guys are the future, you as a youngster of India, what kind of message we are sending to the whole world, right? People are getting killed for loving someone, people are getting killed for, people are being asked questions for loving or falling for someone. So this is something, coming out of orthodoxy is very, very difficult. But they need to do some soul searching. They need to ask these questions. That's very, very difficult thing to do, because you know अपने आप से क्वेश्चन पूछना बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट होता है, अपने आप
Yeah,
के
to
वो
question
उसमें झांकना
yourself.
बहुत ही मुश्किल होता है, right? So maybe I'm hopeful gradually with time they will be able to understand, but yes, I'm keeping my
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
Okay, so we have this question from Vrishti. How to trust each other in distance relationship? How to build
Wonderful,
this
wonderful.
trust? I think
um
Vrishti wants.
now at the very first, at the very outset, right? um Distance, distance relationship can be very, very taxing, can be very stressing, right? And if for example someone's relationship, it has started, uh, distance relationship से ही अगर start हुआ है without meeting the person, it can be very, very tricky, because so many aspects, वो वहाँ पे क्या कर रहा होगा, like वो भी सेम, वो इंसान भी सेम आपके बारे में सोच सकता है कि आप क्या कर रहे होंगे, whether this person is trustworthy. But isn't it the same question कि love is equal to trust? Because if two people, they want to get into a relationship, be it distance relationship, but I understand meeting with each other is also important, but if you guys are in distance relationship, then प्यार अगर है तो trust करना ही पड़ेगा. It's like it's a given, it's one of the elements of relationship, you know it's not about how to trust. Question is why you are not trusting, and
Yeah,
has the person given you something, कुछ reason
some
दिया है क्या
reason
कि
to
आपको
trust
distrust
you.
करने के लिए? So if love has to be equal to, it has to be equal with trust. So if you're not trusting your partner or your probable partner, you need to ask where is it going? Because अगर I don't know कि दृष्टि का relationship कितने साल हुआ है, या फिर इज इट न्यू, कि क्या कैसा स्टेटस है. बट इफ इट इज न्यू, यू नीड टू आस्क कि अब अगर अभी से ट्रस्ट का इश्यूज हो रहे हैं, राइट? इट्स अगेन आई नीड टू अगेन लेट मी रिपीट दैट इट्स नॉट अबाउट हाउ टू ट्रस्ट. लव, यू डोंट आस्क हाउ टू लव. आप प्यार करते हो, राइट? एंड अगर प्यार करते हो तो
Trust is
ट्रस्ट
something you have to develop from
you
within.
have to develop with time.
Within.
And if there are trust issues, then you need to ask, the person has to ask कि क्यों मैं ट्रस्ट क्यों नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, या फिर क्यों नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, कहाँ पे क्या रीजंस हो सकते हैं. सो एज सिंपल एज दैट,
Yeah.
राइट?
Okay, so this like, is it right to give a second chance? I mean, once betrayed or lied or cheated in a relationship,
Hmm.
is it for because of the some weakness person choose to settle down with the same person because he or she has the within weakness कि कैसे छोड़ने इतने टाइम से, this kind of thing with it. Is it means एक बार गलती की तो दोबारा चांस करने का इस तरह की चीजों को कैसे हैंडल करें?
नाउ बहुत सारे एस्पेक्ट है इस क्वेश्चन, राइट? एक तो पहले तो इफ अगर इंसान से गलती हुआ है, किस टाइप का गलती हुआ? इज इट इनफाइडेलिटी? इज इट ब्रेकिंग ऑफ ट्रस्ट, which might be very serious, right? Or it can be as right, as casual as anything it can be. Now अगर वो इंसान ने बहुत ही सीरियस कुछ चीज किया है टू ब्रीच द ट्रस्ट, राइट? मे बी चीटेड द पर्सन फॉर एग्जाम्पल, राइट? उसका अगेन उसका फाउंडेशन समझना पड़ेगा, हाउ मच स्ट्रॉन्ग दे आर इन रिलेशनशिप, और एंड whether they want to give the person or each other a second chance. क्योंकि एक बार ब्रेक होने से जुड़ने में वक्त लगता है, राइट? लेकिन अगर जो दूसरा इंसान who was cheated, that person is giving the chance not because just to give the chance, but because the person is weak by herself or himself,
Yeah.
then definitely it's a question, because आगे जाके अगर वो सेम चीज होता है, how much pain or how much beating you are ready to take. So क्या आप अपना रिलेशनशिप का फाउंडेशन ये वीकनेस पे करना चाहते हो या फिर स्ट्रांग फाउंडेशन? बिकॉज गलतियां अगर हुआ है और क्या या was it for the very first time? Is it a repetitive act the person is doing? The person has to understand. अगर
Is it the
if you guys
habit
need to
of
give
the
the
person?
yes, अगर ये हैबिट है then you are also getting habitual of माफ करना एक हैबिट हो
Habitual,
सकता
yeah.
है ना? उस तरफ से भी आप चीट कर रहे हो, वो भी हैबिचुअल हो रहा है, आप भी माफ करने का हैबिचुअल हो रहा है, बिकॉज आपको डर है कि ये इंसान चला जाएगा तो मेरा क्या होगा? रिलेशनशिप डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट, doesn't
You
work like
have
that
to
as
have strength
yes,
within. You have to
yes,
grow your
and
strength.
exactly, and you need to know where to stop, where to say no, like enough is enough, इससे आगे और नहीं, और बर्दाश्त नहीं. So you look at the
Yeah, you have to put a limit.
yes, and I will also give you a different angle. जो भी जैसे कि मैरिज के बाद जितना भी अब्यूसेस होते हैं और रिलेशनशिप में भी अब्यूसेस होते हैं, बी इट फिजिकल बी इट इमोशनल. So it is because of the person's inability to say enough is enough. क्योंकि relationship has to be seen from all the angles, right? It is not lovey-dovey all the time.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right?
So
Yeah,
Pooja has this question. How
yeah.
do you define love? Is it a boyfriend girlfriend thing, or there is some more to it?
Hmm. All right. So see, it can be a very artistic, poetic. Love is this, love is that. All right.
Yeah.
मैं
Is it
define,
very necessary to give it a tag?
yeah. Uh, in our contemporary days, like things are changing so much, and we definitely, I'm not confused, but the youngsters they might be very confused with the term of love. प्यार होता है क्या? Right now, love is consisting of everything. May rather than defining it, let me give you step. होता क्या है? Say from the angle of, since it's a Valentine and we are talking about relationship, होता क्या है इसमें कि when you fall for someone, say you also get a positive reciprocation. प्यार होता है दोनों के बीच. You you feel that that person understands you. You feel that even if uh, even if you guys differ on certain points, you feel that you can support one another. You feel that इस इंसान से बात नहीं करने से my days are not complete. It's dull, right? All those feelings at the same time when relationship starts, it develops. एक एक वो एक पौधा जैसे देखा है ना, when seed germinates, वो पहला पहला लीफ जो निकलता है ना, it's very fresh, it's so healthy, it's so delicate, right? Love is like that. When it grows, पत्ते भी थोड़े 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 वो बुरे बुरे हो जाते हैं, लेकिन
Yeah.
इट
You
गेट
have to
स्ट्रॉन्गर.
take care of
हाँ,
that.
इट गेट स्ट्रॉन्गर. वो बीच में आर्गुमेंट भी होगा, बीच में क्वेरल भी होगा. वो जो पहला पहला 6 महीना, एक साल, इट माइट बी मोर देन दैट. ऑलराइट, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू अ रफ फिगर. 1 साल से 2 साल, मैक्स टू मैक्स, मैक्स टू मैक्स, ये इसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? हनीमून पीरियड, राइट? इसमें सब चीज लवी डवी होता है. यू आर नॉट एबल टू से नो टू द पर्सन एनी टाइम, but things change. It changes gradually. Now उसके बाद क्या होता है? The angle shifts. You need to be more understanding. You need to know कि person आपका कौन सा चीज से, आपको कौन सा चीज को पसंद नहीं करता है, कौन सा चीज से आपसे इरिटेट हो जाता है, फिर लेकिन उसी में ही प्यार छुपा है. So love is nothing to do with lovey-dovey all the time, but it is also to do with understanding. It is also about the support. It is also about sacrifice. I don't want to sound very poetic, but it consists of everything. So it's like unless and until you don't, you're not falling for it, or maybe you're not experiencing yourself, or rather I should say, when you experience it yourself, you'll come to know what love is. It's very difficult to define in a very theoretical or very scholarly manner,
In a
right?
statement, yeah. You have to feel it.
You need to
Manvi
feel it.
Agnihotri has a question. Okay, moving on to the next question. Mahin is here. Please ask him how to make. Okay, she has this problem. He's very stressed, maintaining the limits. He wants to get closer,
Okay.
wants to do, wants to, move on
All
in that
right.
relationship.
Now,
Put
this
limits on it.
yes. Now this Mahi, this gradually. You need to know. You need to know that आप कब कब अपने को एक्सप्रेस करोगे कि enough is enough. I know that you, for me, you are just a friend. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, if that person doesn't understand, बात ये नहीं कि आप नहीं बोल रहे, आप क्वेश्चन है कि आप कब बोलोगे, आप कब उसको सीधे सीधे बोलोगे. It's not about offending the person. It's about being assertive. क्योंकि मैं और दूसरा एंगल से भी इसको बताने का ट्राई करता हूँ कि कितने सारे लड़के, लाइक मेनली लड़के, आई एम नॉट जनरलाइजिंग, बट एट द सेम टाइम बिकॉज ऑफ सो मेनी क्राइम्स, because guys, they don't understand that this message has also been very beautifully conveyed by the movie Pink. When a lady, when a woman says no, you guys understand it's a no, right? When the person just wants to be friends, you need to understand that, you need to respect that. So Mahi, be assertive. Be assertive. It's not how your friend is not going to realize by himself कि आप उसको सिर्फ फ्रेंड ही देखते हो, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. तो आपको ये assertively बोलना पड़ेगा कि look my friend, I understand that you love me, you have a feeling for me, but at the same time प्यार मैकेनिकल नहीं है. मुझे भी आपके लिए वैसा ही फील करना पड़ेगा, which I don't feel for you. So better late than never. You need to tell him directly and very very calmly, with composed manner, that I just have friendship, वो friends वाला feeling है, उससे ज्यादा उससे कम कुछ नहीं है. So you need to be very assertive about it, and don't wait for any longer, right? So that the person's expectations is also वहीं पे settle कर सके, right?
हाँ, टाइम के साथ बढ़े ना. तो
Absolutely.
okay, next from Bora Ashish, how to move.
Hi, Ashish Bora, right?
Okay, broken
Yes.
heart case here.
How to move ahead with a broken heart. I understand, my friend. Actually, क्या होता है ना? Before answering that, ये जो term broken heart है ना, it's actually क्योंकि whatever breaks, it hurts. And जो हम लोग stress feel करते हैं ना, when we feel rejected, it is as similar, or I should say, it is similar to the physical pain we feel, and it has been proved by research also. So I understand how it might feel to have a broken heart, to have your heart broken. Now the question is, my friend Ashish, that it's not about how to move. It's about when you are going to stop mourning, when you are going to stop, lamenting about that one
Mourning over it.
experience, and decide that, all right, you need to ask yourself, Ashish, that enough is enough. एक बार जो
Is that
experience हुआ है, it is not representing your whole life. In the beginning I said one thing, कि आप जब गिरते हो ना, अब क्या वहीं पे पड़े रहते हो? No, you are not. You cannot, right? वैसा लाइफ नहीं होता है कि आपको चोट लग गया पैर में, मुझे बहुत दर्द हो रहा है, मैं अब उठूंगा नहीं. आप नहीं उठोगे तो आपका चोट भरेगा भी नहीं, मालूम कैसे लगेगा? So the trick is, my friend, keep moving, don't stop. How to move ahead with broken heart is something, when you move ahead, the answer lies there. When you move ahead, your heart is healed. You keep moving. You need to keep moving, right? And let not one experience of your life define the whole life for you. Okay.
okay? So,
Wasim
one
has a
question
question,
from
right?
Wasim.
Yes. So why society never supports the lovers from different religions? So it's Wasim, my friend. It's very sad, because on one hand we talk about development of the nation, but at the same time, from the societal aspect, I don't see much of a change. It's sad. Now there cannot be any single solution for the question, right? The society is a brain. सोसाइटी क्या है ना, जैसे हम लोग सोचते हैं ना, इंडिविजुअल एक एक बंदा जो सोच रहा है, वैसा ही कलेक्टिव ब्रेन है सोसाइटी का. सो जब तक एक एक इंसान, इट कैन, जो हुआ वो हो गया, वी कैन नॉट चेंज, मे बी, आई डोंट नो, we might not be able to change our elders also, right? Because they have their own upbringing, they have their own set of societal conditioning. लेकिन हम लोग तो चेंज कर सकते हैं आने वाला जनरेशन के लिए. It is upon us. Why society never level? Because of their own conditioning, because of their own upcoming shortcomings. उन लोग क्या होता है ना, एक सिंपल तरीका से जो बोलते हैं कि हम लोग एक कुआं का जो मेंढक है ना, उसके लिए वही दुनिया है. और उसी तरह एक एक सोसाइटी ने जो अपना अपब्रिंगिंग हुआ है, उसी तरीके से ही वो दुनिया को देखता है, which we can change, and perhaps it will change. Wasim? So,
Yes, so
how will we get to know it's love or infatuation? Um, very important question, and thanks for asking that. जैसे कि if you have joined later, like in the beginning I said like it's very important to understand कि आपके मन में क्या है, what kind of communication you want to convey to the person. Excuse me. So first of all, you need to understand कि अगर ये क्या लाइक है, आप अगर इन्फेचुएशन है, आपको कुछ कुछ चीजें के बारे में पसंद होना स्टार्ट करेगा. इट्स लाइक इन्फेचुएशन इज द इनिशियल स्टेजेस ऑफ लव. उसके डिफरेंस नहीं है, इट्स स्टेजेस ऑफ लव. द इनिशियल स्टेज यू विल स्टार्ट लाइकिंग, you will feel infatuated. If you go through the meaning of it literally, you will understand more कि वो स्टेप है, वो स्टेज है. It gets converted into love. That's what happens. So if you are conveying your feelings or emotions, you need to be sure whether you are conveying to the person that you love the person, or you have a liking for the person. So you need to understand that. What you can do is you can jot down these feelings. क्या होता है ना, हम लोग जब भी अपना इमोशंस को नोट डाउन करते हैं, you need not be grammatically correct, you need not be good in English or Hindi, whatever. You just need to write it down. आपके मन में है क्या? So it gets very crystal clear. उसके बाद क्या होता है ना, you tend to understand more. You do one thing, you write it up, you'll get the clarity, my friend.
pros and cons. That's a question. What is more important, and career or
So
love? Well, that
it
is kind of open-ended
yes.
question.
Manav, like your question, it's a part of life, isn't it? Love is not life in
Yes.
itself. It's a part of life. Career is also a part of life. It's not life in itself. मतलब दोनों चीज में देखिए, अगर प्यार में बुरा एक्सपीरियंस रहा है, लाइफ खत्म नहीं होता. करियर में सपोज, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल कोई बंदा क्लास 10 में फेल हुआ है, या फिर 12 में फेल हुआ है, या फिर ग्रेजुएशन खराब हुआ, इट डजंट सिग्निफाई उसका लाइफ खत्म नहीं हुआ है. So both these things are a part of life, and both these things are important. You need to be loved. You need to feel the feeling of belonging. You belong to someone somewhere. These feelings are important, and same for career as well. Career as in whatever you want to do, whatever you feel like doing, whatever you love doing. That is what. All right.
Okay.
So next question is how an extra introvert person can express. I'm unable to start conversation with anyone. So
Okay, Rajiv. So
my friend, it's a very beautiful question. Introvert, they are always tagged as not being able to express themselves. Now I have been an introvert myself. My initial stages of life, I have always been an introvert. I have always been socially awkward. मुझे एक कोने में बैठे रहना, किताब पढ़ना, and to observe the nature, observe people. I would have loved that. Now, for an introvert, it is also important to understand for them कि without expressing yourself, things are not going to change. अगर आपके दिल में कुछ है, वो बंदा या फिर बंदी आपको देख के समझने नहीं वाले हैं आपके मन में क्या है. ठीक है. So what you can do for introverts especially, you guys can again you guys can start jotting down your feelings as much as you do. And also what you can do, if you want to express, since it's a Valentine's week and so many of you will be proposing your supposedly loved ones, and so to be loved ones, टू बी पार्टनर्स। सो आप क्या कर सकते हो ना, आजकल सेल्फी का जमाना है, सो यू डू अ वीडियो सेल्फी ऑफ योरसेल्फ। आप अपने आप को जब वीडियो में
Okay.
देखते हो ना, इट फील्स ऑकवर्ड, इट द एक्सप्रेशंस द इमोशंस यू सी ऑन योरसेल्फ, इट इज वेरी ऑकवर्ड। लेकिन फॉर इंट्रोवर्ट्स इट इज अ बिट, यू नो, इट विल हेल्प यू गाइस। तो आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो कि आप जब अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस कर रहे हो, आपको लगता होगा कि यू नो कैसे करूँ, कैसे लगूंगा, लेकिन when you start doing it, you will get used to it, and you will be better in expressing yourself. And that's how I did, you know, in my starting initial stages of my career, when I used to uh, be fearful about speaking, expressing myself, I used to, वो टाइम में तो मोबाइल भी नहीं था हाथ में,
सेल्फी कैमरा भी नहीं होता था।
सेल्फी कैमरा नहीं था, तो मैं क्या करता था, मैं मिरर के आगे छोटा सा आईना था, तो मैं अपने आप से बात करता था। So dhire dhire, it is a gradual process. And now see, I speak a lot. See, you cannot make out I'm an introvert or not. All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so
I met
Rajiv,
many students,
I
Umesh,
have
right?
something. Umesh has a question. I met many students who have girlfriend. As suppose his her to be girlfriend boyfriend. Then the person replies, college life में बनाना ज़रूरी होता है.
All right,
Where
all right.
where
Okay, okay.
say
So
Umesh.
status symbol. So जब भी आप समझिए उमेश की, जब भी ऐसा ऐसा ओपिनियंस आता है, अंडरस्टैंड दैट दिस इज फुल ऑफ एम्बिगिटी एंड प्रॉब्लम्स है, क्योंकि आप रिलेशनशिप ना मानते हुए एक स्टेटस सिंबल ये तो करना जरूरी है समझ रहे हैं, which is sad, which is a very sad aspect of our, like, you know, modern, so-called modern life.
People have this.
Relationship never treat it as a status symbol, because you know the, क्या पता जो जो बंदा या फिर बंदी, maybe that person might be in serious love for you, might be in serious, you know, desirous of having a relationship with you. So you might be a culprit of playing around with the feelings of the person. So मेरा आंसर ये है कि आपको अगर प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, दूसरे जो कर रहे हैं, यू कैन नॉट कंट्रोल देम, राइट? बट इफ यू डोंट हैव टू जज योर ओन लाइफ विद द लेंसेस ऑफ देयर्स। आप उन लोग जो कर रहे हो, फॉर मी इट्स डेफिनेटली नो नो। रिलेशनशिप इज अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ लाइफ। लेट्स नॉट मेक इट एज अ सोशल स्टेटस सिंबल। So I believe Apurva, we have got how much time we are left with?
Just 5 more. Okay, so just let me and something you say about how to cope with, cope with
All right,
rejection.
coping with
It's
rejection, right?
some points, just wise telling.
Oh, rejection in itself is very hurting, right? Because rejection happens to us in so many ways, and it more or less hurts like a physical pain, just like I mentioned. All right, and आजकल तो और भी hurting होता है, because thanks to electronic communication and dating apps like Tinder and etc. Because any of whom who are ignoring our posts, chats, texts or dating profiles, ये भी हम लोग को rejection feel कराते हैं, right? Greatest damage
Right.
is usually self-inflicted. मतलब आप सोचना स्टार्ट करते हो, मैं बुरा हूँ क्या, मैं अच्छा नहीं हूँ क्या, so it can also damage you further. So unfortunately मैंने जैसे बताया कि self inflicted है, you can and fortunately you can work upon it. So point wise, सबसे पहला बात तो about the self confidence and about improving the self esteem. Knowing and having it are two different things. In my experience as a coach, I have observed numerous people, uh, they grow up to believe that they are worthless or useless. So you need to start building it back. ये जो लोग बोलते हैं ना, यू आर नॉट गुड इनफ, आप तो बेकार हो, आप खुद भी बोलना स्टार्ट करते हो, अरे आई एम नॉट गुड इनफ, क्या I'm so bad, you know, I'm so crazy. Don't use those kind of words. And secondly, I would definitely recommend positive self talk. Positive self talk is, or I can say positive affirmation. Say for example, just like I've mentioned, statements जैसे कि हम लोग बोलते हैं it's all my fault or what is wrong with me, right? Don't use these kind of words or sentences, because understand that rejection happens to everyone, because and even the most successful and confident people don't always get what they want, all right? And but notice what you tell to yourself. And thirdly, I would recommend reframing the sentence. For example, instead of thinking no one will ever love me, I'm unlovable, ठीक है, ऐसा 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 अगर सेंटेंस दिमाग में आता है, please reframe by thinking. Say for example, relationships are hard for everyone. I'm no different. This was hard for me, but I can learn something out of it. Let me focus on what I can learn. And so things like that. So reframing is very, very important to come out of rejection. And fourthly, letting it go. It's all right to be upset about rejection, but let it go. Understand that ये सिर्फ phase of life है, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं है. So and fifth, last but not the least, uh, boost feelings of social connection. As social animals, we need to feel wanted and valued by various social groups. ठीक है? Rejection destabilizes our need to belong, leaving us feeling unsettled and socially awkward. Therefore, we need to remind ourselves. तो आप क्या कर सकते हो ना? You need to don't stop, whatever way. So rejection होता रहेगा, career हो, relationship हो, दोस्त हो, ये सब उतार चढ़ाव आते रहेगा. But that's the beauty of life. उतार चढ़ाव होना ही it's a beauty of life. So these were my
Okay.
pointers, right? Thank you.
Okay, hello. Okay, okay. Hello. Yeah, to end this session, ask the viewers if you want. Hello.
Yes,
Hello. Hello, can you hear me, Rajiv?
yes, Apurva, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, let's end this session and thanks for coming. Thanks for giving your time to us.
Thank you
And
for inviting me, and thank you everybody. Thanks for the audience who have joined us. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night.
yeah, okay, for the viewers, if you just channel, click on the notification icon, and if you want to put us more questions like this, if you want to put more, you want us to make more videos like this, please mention in the comments below and do comment. And thanks for watching. Click on the like button. Okay, bye.